Hi, I'm Sean Webster. I'm an artist from Liverpool. I'm 19. I've been doing what I do for about 5 years now, and I am here in my brand new studio in Liverpool. So over this weekend, me and Rob, we've been going around filming my street art kind of from the start of the journey to where I am now. And it's been weird, to be honest, seeing like where things started out and just retracing my steps, and we've met so many people along the way, and it's like I wanted this video to kind of have a purpose, and the purpose seems to be like community, the art community, and the community engaging with the art community, and it's just been brilliant. Like it started off, it was just about like me and my work, do you know what I mean? And that was like the vision I had, and now it's ended up where it's being that plus like the city, do you know what I mean? And I always say, like, if I hadn't have done this in Liverpool, if I hadn't have started in Liverpool, like I started my street art when I was like 16, and everyone has just kind of like been behind me, do you know what I mean? Everyone's kind of just pushed it up along, like obviously I've been doing all the work, like pushing it, do you know what I mean? Doing it myself, painting it, and everyone's just backed it and it's lifted it right up, and that's what I've realised going back and filming. Like there's been so many people along the way who I'm so grateful for, and I'm so glad that my work's still up around the city and there's still new stuff coming out and that people have engaged with it, and it's just been a great weekend, do you know what I mean, going around filming and like I say, retracing my steps, and now I'm here in my new studio, which is just outside city centre, and I'm just looking around now and there's so much potential in here for like new stuff, and it's kind of like this video is like that chapter where I was at my old studio and all the street art that I've done so far and all the projects I've done so far. This kind of wraps all that into one, and I can't wait to see what's next now, and I hope you'll all kind of stick on the journey with me and see what's next and lift it up again, do you know what I mean? Because I've got such a big vision for where I want to get, and I'd love for everyone to come along the way with me, so yeah. So we did these ones. So that was like the one for people to kind of stand by. So the idea was you were like that. And then we did this one. So that was like when they were established and stuff. So it was all like about their family, do you know what I mean? And there's another one there, but they shut us off. But it's kind of all like, this one, just, it was all about like their suppliers and stuff, like all the little food things in it linked to them, do you know what I mean? So that was the idea with it, but so now it was fun, and then obviously like you get everyone going past it, do you know what I mean? So it's a good one, this, but it took a while. It was over 2 days, but yeah, that's that one. I guess it's probably one of my favourite ones, but I don't know. That was the first one I did. So obviously they've sponsored the solo show, do you know what I mean? I don't know if they're not in the van, are they now? But yeah, this was back in 2019. I say back in 2019 as if it's ages ago. But I mean, I didn't know what to use when I was doing it. It was like looking for the paints for the first time and stuff. I don't know. It's weird looking back, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd do that so different now, but I mean, it's what kind of kick-started it. And then I did one for these guys, and this one was last year, obviously because of like COVID and stuff. So I just said to them, like, do you want me to paint your shutters? And then told them what I was going to do and stuff, and then this happened, and that really, like, I mean, it's people in this area, like, kind of that's what they associate with my work, obviously, do you know what I mean, these and stuff. And whenever you say Booker Avenue, people like kind of link it just because there's 3 next to you. I just need to get those 2 now, don't I, next to, but I mean this one was like like a giving back one, so it was kind of, I just sat at home and was like, what can I do to kind of, you know, like make, do you know what I mean, just to give something to people to kind of, I mean, we were all going on walks, weren't we, and there's nothing to do, so I was like, what can I just do to make it just a bit more interesting, and that idea popped into my head. That's the thing with street art, you rarely like connect with people because it's their area, their local area. You kind of rarely touch people because, I mean, you pass it every day, do you know what I mean? It's part of your commute, and I always think like it's not selling you something, is it? It's not like an advert, it's something fun, it's something like given to that community. Like, it's not come and buy this, it's his piece of art, do you know what I mean? Get a picture by it. Thank you. Filming a little documentary today, that's exciting. Yeah, so I painted the shutters next door.
Oh, you
so,
did?
Yeah.
I looked at you and thought of you.
Oh, thanks.
Aww.
Yeah, so we're just kind of, I've got an exhibition in October, so we're capturing like everything, do you know what I mean, from the past 2 years and stuff, so it's going to be a long day, innit? And when I was painting this one, someone texted the owner and they were like, some hard fakes lads painting your shutters. I was like, that's the one.
Thanks.
Yeah. This was second or third of the like key worker ones that I did, but it was, I mean, it was interesting. This probably got beeped the most here, like the people driving past, for some reason find it funny. It's just like proper like welly down on the horns when you're painting. So like, I don't know. It was fun. It was a good one. But like I say, people walking past it, because I was doing it early morning, they were like, "Why is he painting?" Do you know what I mean? But I mean, the idea is, it's like a really cringy dad pun. Do you know what I mean? It's like the key workers kind of thing, because people were just pushing the NHS when obviously, do you know what I mean, for obvious reasons, but there's all these other people, like the post office, do you know what I mean, the postmen and the teachers and all that, and that was the idea with it, to like bring everyone into it. Like, all these murals were coming out from people around the UK, like just painting the NHS, when rarely there was like everyone, even like police and stuff, do you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to get everyone in with this one, and it is a little bit different to my other like street work, but I mean, people engage with it, and it's in a great spot, do you know what I mean? And again, a different community again, and that's the weird thing. Like, you notice different types of people when you're working, and this was very like, a lot of people were coming over asking about this one, which was nice. That's what it is, do you know what I mean? And a great business as well I did it for. So, oh yeah, look, maybe get that in the NHS car. Yeah, they've from the first one I did, the Liverpool Dragon, in like 2019. That they kind of, they made me go on and talk. Like, I went on and spoke about it, but you can't really like speak about street art. Do you know what I mean? You got to see it. So it was like, go and see it, and they've kind of had me on ever since, and like over lockdown and stuff. And they're just sound in there. Do you know what I mean? And they do a lot to like back like local art, local street art, and you see the growth, and you see like the art community growing in the city, do you know what I mean? And here, so this was like the one of the three again. So Liverpool theme, Beatles. So it's like the Sgt. Pepper's, the Sgt. Pepper's thing by Peter Blake. So that was like my take on it. Was like the Sgt. Pepper's Key Workers band. So it was like, again, builders, NHS, postmen, policemen, all in like the Sgt. Pepper's kind of theme. And that was the idea with it. But again, different, do you know what I mean, community, different place again, centre of town. And this was really fun to paint on. Again, a lot of looks, people are like, why is he painting in the middle of town during lockdown? But it's fun, do you know what I mean? And like, look, there's more. Do you know what I mean? This is literally, it's literally, I'm seeing things pop up more and more now we're filming, but yeah, this one was great to work on, like right next to Radio City and stuff. Again, Leanne, Radio City, she's been great to me, supported it, everyone's backed it, do you know what I mean? And it's just that I'm literally thinking of all this now as we're talking. Like, it's weird that you go about it and it's so busy and you're working on new projects all the time, but walking around, looking at everything again, it's like retracing your steps, and it's nice seeing it all. Like, I'm reliving the journey, which is great coming up to my solo show, isn't it? Like, because it kind of it's reminding me of everything and everyone who's kind of helped along the way and been there, and I don't know, it's just been great. I'm do you know what I mean, grateful for it all. Like, but yeah, this one was very fun to work on. So yeah, so this is what Merseymaid's it's where I've had my studio now from like 2019 to like summer 2021. So upstairs you'll see now there's like 10 of us up there, and we've been there from the start, and it's like a community space for artists to come, and it's where, like, say, when I was saying before about all the markets, like, we all met each other then, and like it's like a home for all that now. So when you see an artist somewhere, like, it was a place where people can come and find us, do you know what I mean? So I've met so many people from here and stuff, but it's, you know, painted them over there, so there's like loads of stuff, yeah, loads of stuff going on around here and that. And then Jess, who's my like studio neighbour at the moment, she's got a mural around the corner, so this is like a proper like up and coming art area, do you know what I mean? It's just such a cool spot. I'll show you in here now. Here we go. So this is like, it's normally tidier than this. It's been like a retail space, and then back here I can work as well. So it's like, obviously I'm boxing stuff up for the new place now, but this is like, I've like rarely, do you know what I mean? Morning. Alright. Like rarely like grown here and learnt a lot off everyone else here, and it's been just like a real like door opener for me, do you know what I mean? And such a great place, and the community, like we've said so much, haven't we? Like the art community here is like so, isn't it, like proper thriving now, isn't it, compared to what it was 2 years ago? Like it's great, and there's loads of them round Liverpool, isn't there? It's just dipping into them all. That's like what I'd love to do going forward and stuff. But yeah. Honest to God, all the caps keep going on me. It's like when you've got a few, people just don't really question it, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because there's already some here. I can look a little bit shocked. I guess I can do another little one, can't I? There we go. That'll do for now, I guess, won't it? It's just like, eventually I want to cover the whole thing, do you know what I mean? If I just keep adding to it. So it works is this one, I've called it like my sketchbook wall, so I've just kind of dotted in and out, do you know what I mean, when we've been doing it, but it'll fill up. Like, I'm going to cover that before, because I leave that there on Sunday. so I need to cover that. There is loads of stuff going on, loads of art stuff, but I mean, you still do get like the big companies coming in and it's just wiping it out, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of finding the best spots. But this road is like street art central in Liverpool, isn't it? It's I mean, I've only got 2 pieces along here, but it's such a cool area. Like but ironically, my one's the only wall that's kind of, it's like a building site at the moment, so you can hardly see the actual painting. But you know, like do you know what I mean? All these, it's like just people that's another guy, Lost Hills, that I kind of know from like over Instagram and stuff. He does a lot of work around like this area and stuff. But you're from the coffee? Yeah. I came in with Jess ages ago. Yeah,
the painter.
Yeah. Well, we're filming a street art documentary. So I've done a few pieces around here and stuff. So we're just literally. But you don't mind us? I mean, I think the camera's rolling. Can we use that? Is that right?
Fantastic. All the success you get.
Cheers. No, appreciate that.
Beautiful day.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
See you later.
Well, I did this kind of just as we came out of lockdown, and it was like, I think I called it Come Together. Let me have a look. So it was all about kind of walking into the road. It's called Together. I called this one. So it was about like that feeling of like everyone being back into one, because they were like quite closed compartments together. I was like, let's squish as many of these little blob characters in at once. And this was like the first. So actually, this one was the first like blob street art. Do you know what I mean? This actual one. So I just painted that, and then the guy who owns this building, he was like, we can use the rest. So that was the idea with it. That's why it's called Together, to kind of get everyone like back out. That was the idea, because obviously I did all the lockdown ones, which were like, you know, thanks everyone, thanks for doing this, thanks for doing that. And then this was like, right, okay, back out, back, do you know what I mean, back together. That's why they're all squished up and stuff. And I mean, it really, this one again, it's in such a prime spot and really engaged with people and stuff. And I mean, it's still standing, even though it's kind of half of it's covered up, do you know what I mean? But it's fun to do, do you know what I mean? Like, again, different community, again, different area, and in one of the best spots really on this road. So yeah, that's that one really. Like I say, first blob mural, so hopefully it'll be around for a bit of time, do you know what I mean? But I mean, that's one place I've just painted in London, South Bank. I mean, you paint something there apparently and it just gets covered up, but they've lasted, do you know what I mean? We'll give them a little red heart, because that'll just add to it, won't it? I mean, anything just like black and white like that just works so well, do you know what I mean? There we go. Another little blob. As much as do you know what I mean, the commission ones are great. Like, I love doing these type of, like, just these ones, because it's just, you can always, like, there's a bit more freedom with them, do you know what I mean, and what you can paint, that you can just make it up kind of thing. But just need to find whoever it is that's running it, and then see when they want me to paint. Right, is the painting thing today? I'm doing, you know, on the wall by the car park.
Yes.
I'm here for that. I'm doing one of the paintings.
Yeah.
Is it now, or do you know?
Whenever you're ready.
So we just go over and show you actually. you very much. No, thank you for organising this. This was brilliant. We need more stuff like this. So, like, do you know what I mean, around the area and stuff. I mean, you know full well, like, Gemma's been here from like do you know what I mean, like the beginning of like when I first did like my street art and stuff, and like I don't know about you, but I've like seen such like rise in it like around this area. I mean, you live around here, don't you? And
yeah, I live in the Baltic Triangle, so I think seeing all the artists out and painting, it really brings a sense of community, because then you see the local artists, and then you bring like I bring my family here from Northern Ireland, and they're just like, oh, look at all the art, and they like think it's really amazing because we don't have stuff like that back home, and it's all like local Scouse artists, so it just shows the area in such bright light instead of just seeing walls that have nothing on them and it's just boring. Like the Baltic Triangle for me represents so much creativity, and when I live here I just think it's an amazing place. I don't think I could move because there's so many different artists' artwork, and then you have your artwork, and we're friends, so I think it's like such an amazing thing that I can bring my family here and just say, oh, there's Sean's artwork, and then introduce them to like who you are and the type of amazing things that you do.
And you've made like mates through, and do you know what I mean, like it's true, isn't it? You've made mates through like just like a little events from my work and stuff, and I mean we came here, didn't we? And
I literally think art brings people together, and I think there should be more like street art, because it's just such an inclusive thing. Like street art is for everyone, there's no barriers behind it.
But yeah, we've been like around all the murals, and then there's like people coming up to us just talking about street art, which has been nice. It's been a nice day, do you know what I mean? It's like, sorry, it's like people keep like saying, oh, community, and that's like the biggest word, which is good, so. That's 80, isn't it?
That is now, yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, like Cast Art, they kindly like sponsored my first solo show, obviously, and it's like these are kind of going to all the guests, aren't they? And the idea was just to give back, wasn't it? And I mean, you'll know how like the art community around here, that's been the biggest thing, like, what hasn't it, like during film, and it's like people keep talking about the Liverpool art community, like it's big, isn't it? But no, thank you for having us.
No problem. I mean, it goes with the Cast Art Manifesto, where we want to support artists in any stage of their career. And we remember Sean coming in from a beginner, and look at him now. So yeah, we're really proud of him.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I used like these tiny little rollers to do it. It was like January, so it was like winter, and it took like 3 days for what it was. I'd like do something like this in like an hour, 2 hours now. Like, I stretched it out so much, but I mean it's still here. Do you know what I mean? And the idea was like, back when I did it, was you stand here and you got like a shield, and then the dragons. That was so nice. The idea, but I was like, what, 16 when I did that, 16, 15, but like people found like my work through this, I guess. Like, it's not the best, do you know what I mean? Not my favourite one that I've done, but it was all, and it was all where it started, do you know what I mean? And it's nice that it stayed, and
at least you have the memories of starting here.
exactly. Yeah, this was it. My dad helped me with the ladders and getting up on the high bits, because I was like too scared to do it back then, but now I'm just like, get up there literally. But I mean, yeah, it was just, like I say, midst the winter, our hands were freezing, but there he is. That's the Liverpool Dragon. I mean, maybe probably this might change, you know what I mean, but the plan is to have just like all the, like, what's the word, like frame pieces here. Big one up there, big one up there, and then like stuck up pictures here. So I need to get a ladder for that actually, but this is it. This is the space empty where the solo show's gonna be, which is quite it's quite a dramatic move, isn't it? But was like that same summer where I did the Book of Flowers one and stuff, and it was kind of, the idea was, obviously it's like a dog room, so they wanted something to kind of like stick out, do you know what I mean? And that's why we went for the dogs in the bath kind of thing. It's just silly, isn't it? And when I was painting it, obviously it's like, this is quite a communal area, like there's loads of houses around this one and stuff, so it was nice, like when the kids were coming home from school and kind of watching the progress and stuff. This was like a really fun, friendly one to work on, do you know what I mean? Like loads of the people got involved, and it was the same with the bakery when we were doing that. Like people were coming up asking like, oh, can you paint this and that, and we like loads of the foods that we added on that one were from from people coming over, and similar to this, like I think there's one of the marks as a little kid, and they were coming up talking, and the parents were asking, they were saying, oh, say it was James loves drawing, and I let them do like a little mark on there and stuff. It's little things like that do you know what I mean, communicate with people and stuff, but it stayed up, do you know what I mean, so people must like it around here, and it was a really fun one to do actually, and yeah. It is mad though, isn't it? Like, look how many other spots there are for stuff like this. It's a shame, it does just brighten it up, do you know what I mean? Like, you can kind of see it, like, see where that car's just gone past? When I was doing this, there's a big tour bus going past, because it's like a Beatles scene, what they pulled in, and they all got off taking pictures. It's quite, like, I think it was like my second one I painted, it was quite like, oh God, this is like a lot of pressure now. Yeah, I guess I need to come and touch this one up, to be fair. But it's like nearly 3 years old, do you know what I mean? And like, there's always just been a new project going on, so I haven't had time to come back to these, but I'll come and touch up the bits and stuff, because I want it to stay around as long as possible, do you know what I mean? And then that's his name, he wanted to take his family on it and stuff, but it ended up being such a really fun project, this one. And I mean, like, there's no cars coming now, but there's always cars going past, you know what I mean? And it was, yeah, again, a different community again, isn't it? A different location completely. Like, it was like that. I think that was being built, like the new shopping park there. So there's so much going on when we were doing this. And I was like, I think I was 16 when this one was happening. So it was like all very new and all very like, a little bit scary, to be honest, when I was doing this one. Like, being just alone on this kind of little stretch with all these going past, it was. I remember being quite like a little bit scared at times to do this one, but it was fun. It was great, and it's lasted. Do you know what I mean? It's still standing. It's still here. I'll send them a picture of this and just like. I just felt like where it is, I wanted to just like, obviously with my exhibition coming up, I just wanted to isolate myself from like everything that I know in town, just to, you know what I mean? Right. Yeah, just to kind of just focus on the actual art and not like everything we've been around has been all like obviously the public facing, the community stuff. This is like my way of just going back to roots, going back to the artwork and just focusing on that and getting new stuff out. Like, I've got all these ideas, it's just putting them out there now, and this I feel like it's going to be the best spot to do that really. But just in an old room basically, and I feel like it's just going to open so much more like doors up here, do you know what I mean, to like new ideas and new ways to like reach this community around here. I've never done work around here, so it'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it. So Molly McCann, who I did the picture book with, the UFC fighter, her gym is right next to, like, the studio's there and her gym's there. So it's quite a nice little link, because Molly's really like helped me understand like how to kind of be confident in what you do and you're, do you know what I mean? Like, I knew that I wanted to do this, but she's given me that kind of like, no, go on, be this person, you've got to play the character, and she's really just like inspired me whenever I'm around her. Like, obviously she's fighting, and she basically made it clear to me that everything is in your mindset and everything is how you see things. So I that's why I set myself these big goals and these big like aspirations, because if you don't, then you kind of, it's like if you get in a car without a destination, it's like you're just gonna kind of get lost, aren't you? So if you set yourself this like final destination, like you're gonna get there, and she's really helped me understand that. But it'd be nice that we're kind of working in the same area now, I guess. Like that just happened, and when I turned up I was like, oh, that's where she trains, and it was just by chance, you know what I mean? So it'll be nice. But shout out to Molly, because she's a legend, and we did the book together. There we go. This is the new spot. So it's quite big, different, old, messy, a nice window. I just need to make it my own now, kind of get all my stuff in, do you know what I mean? I've got all these walls that I can actually just hang canvases on to paint on. I just see so much opportunity in here, do you know what I mean, to kind of grow and develop and just bring new work out, like I was saying before. And that's why I wanted just this space out the way. Messy floor, I can just pretty much get messy in here, do you know what I mean, and push new work out that I haven't had the size or the space to do before. And yeah, I mean, there's, like I say, so much opportunity in this spot, and I can't wait to kind of bring all my stuff in, and do you know what I mean, like invite people in eventually, like get people to come in, see the studio and stuff. But yeah, this is it. So yeah, I mean, this one, this is quite a recent piece, and like obviously, like people may have seen the video before, like this one obviously where it was actually painting it and working with the Strawberry Fields team. And yeah, the idea was, I spoke to everyone and said, how does this place make you feel? Because it's such a important place to people for so many like reasons, isn't it? And we ended up getting the images of a heart and John Lennon's glasses, and that's what the piece is. So it really represents that feeling of like hope and moving forward, and that's why we've put it on the Hope Hut here at Strawberry Fields. So we'll walk over and show you it now, but yeah, it's a really powerful piece. So this is it. So you come round the path, here we go, and then the actual piece is just behind it, hiding away. So the idea is, come here, like I say, the heart and John Lennon's glasses, that was like the image that we got from speaking to the whole team here, and speaking to like people who were visiting as well. I was just asking, drop me round, and everyone seemed to come back to the words love, hope, imagine, peace, and that's what we got. So the idea is you stand in the middle, hold the hands, and that's like bringing everyone together. And especially after lockdown and the pandemic, that's what we wanted to make, like that feeling of coming together with just two simple characters of mine, do you know what I mean? And I know I'm working with the team here now on, you know, pushing like that even more with like merchandise and stuff like that. So there's so much coming from this, but it's really connected with people, and we had a great like little opening day for it, where we got, do you know what I mean, loads of people from the community and the team involved, and everyone came down, saw it. We cut like a ribbon and stuff, and yeah, it was just a really, really nice moment. And this piece means it means a lot to me, actually, just because of like there was a lot of spinning plates when I painted it, and it kind of it worked for me quite well as a way to push through what was going on then, which was quite a complicated little bit of time for me, and this kind of got me through it. So I do feel like a bit of a connection to this one. So yeah, thanks to Strawberry Fields for working with me on it, and it's such an honour to have it here, especially like I mentioned before, big Beatles fan, do you know what I mean? So it's great to have a piece here, and yeah, you'll have to come and check it out if you're ever at Strawberry Fields. Amazing. There we go. Do you know what? I'm ending this day right. You can have my blob badge because I've got loads of them. They're all my rest are in my studio, but they.
How many W now, Claire?
There you go. Do you know what? Badge collectors. I've got to give you a hug on that. There you go. No, it's all good. Honestly, this is me. Like, what an ending, isn't it? Yeah. Should we call that a wrap? That's a wrap. There we go.
Thank you so
Brilliant.
much.
No, thank you.